And welcome to the Dodgers Nation post-game show. Thanks for rocking with us on this late night Dodgers Nation post-game show. Hey, baseball, it's easy to lose, hard to win, and the Dodgers, say what you want, they got it done tonight. We're going to celebrate this one, but we're going to have a lot to talk about as far as what happened in tonight's game. But hey, give the Dodgers a lot of credit. Give Joe Kelly a lot of credit. 40th strikeout of the year on 33 innings. I know times have changed when I see Joe Kelly coming out and I start to have a little more confidence in Joe Kelly. But Kenley Jansen, he came in. He was big time. But we're going to break this all down, guys. Welcome to the Dodgers Nation post-game show. Before we get into all this breakdown of tonight's game, we're going to give you guys some shout-outs. I got some shout-outs for you guys. Let me know, as always, where you guys watching the show from. Give me some zip codes, area codes, your cities. I got a lot of shout-outs for you right here. What up, Joseph Megazzeni from downtown LA, Unnatural, LMAO, Javier Guerra, Go Baez, Jenna Kane Harkins, Way to Go Blue, Dusty Trail, finally Kelly does something. Hey, Joe Kelly, even the other night, he was hitting 100 on the gun, and he's got swing and miss stuff, and he looked confident out there, and that was just a fitting end for Joe Kelly to go into Fenway in a park he's very familiar with and get the Dodgers that win. But we got Manuel Hernandez, bleeding blue all the way, Sofa Tap, It's Only July Holmes. We got Melissa Matzlita, 90064. We got Billy Noel from Hawthorne, Vargas 562, the 562 Whittier. We got Ralph Leone from the 90003, Travis from Salt Lake City, Utah. We got Jeremiah's, we got Don Go Blue, killed it in Boston. Wow, these guys, you guys are coming correct with these comments. I love it. Keep going, give me your takes and where you guys watching the game from. But it was a crazy game. I mean, it was just a crazy game. I got 15 pages of notes right here. I really don't know what to begin. I woke up at 6 a.m. to watch the Wimbledon, watched out for like 6 hours. My dog needs to go out, but hey, it's all good. The Dodgers get the win. 62nd win of the year. And one of my favorite things, too, 61 foul balls tonight on 261 pitches. Max Muncy, who got the walk-off hit in the 18-inning game, he gets the walk. He draws that walk to give the Dodgers the lead. If it's an extra innings, watch out for Max Muncy, especially if you're the Boston Red Sox. The Boston Red Sox, that's the first interleague series they've dropped at home since the 2014 season when they lost to the Cubs. So give the Dodgers a lot of credit. We'll talk about Pedro Baez. We'll talk about the bullpen woes as they continue. But let's celebrate this. Let's party on tonight, and we'll worry about the hangover tomorrow, right? No, we're going to worry about that later in the show. But we got Clifford, Can't Stop, Won't Stop. We got Fanned, DD Forever. This series was personal. I agree with you a lot, 100%. You said it best right there. You hit the nail on the head. This series was personal. The Dodgers know what happened last year. They lost to this team in 5, and it was a statement game. They've had this series circled on their calendar for a long, long time, and for the Dodgers to go in there and hand the Boston Red Sox their first interleague loss in a series since 2014, it speaks volumes for the focus and the determination of this team. And there's some bright spots here. A.J. Pollock, we need A.J. Pollock to be big. 4 RBIs tonight. Home run for A.J. Pollock. He looked good. But you guys are lighting it up. I love it, guys. I'm going to get to all your comments tonight. This is going to be a good one. We got Laura San Jose here. We got LC Arm. Nice job, Kelly. Give Joe Kelly credit. Joe Kelly, the reliever you love to hate. He was calm, cool, and collected, striking out, 40th strikeout in 33 innings for Joe Kelly. Baez will be fine for SD Dodger. What up, SD Dodger? The great Tim Rogers. If you have not gone and read his piece about the untouchables list over at Dodgers Nation, go check that out for the prospects that we really don't want to include in any trades. But after tonight, Major League Baseball is licking their chops at the Los Angeles Dodgers, knowing that it's clear we need to bolster that bullpen. We need that relief. It's got to happen. We're sick and tired of it. I'm telling you, my girlfriend comes home, she sees me crying, and I don't say anything, and she says it's the bullpen, and she knows every time. It's the bullpen. 14 blown saves this year. And what up, El Carreza? What up, Doug? Alexis, I'm glad that Kelly won it. Johnny Shoe Sanchez, who's got church? Dom Imura, I like how Pedro turned it around and struck out the side. Yeah, give Pedro Baez credit. Look, I know that was shades of 2015 to 2017. Pedro Baez giving up home runs there, but look, he did stop the bleeding. He did strike out the side. And really, I mean, check this out. 5 batters, 3 runs, 2 hits. So it's just not – it's in his last 5. 2015, I mean, JD Martinez, Bogarts. I mean, he allows back-to-back home runs. So 5 runs in his last 2 outings for Pedro Baez, and he's a guy that we've learned to count on. And really, it's kind of a bummer to see Pedro Baez give up those 2 back-to-back jacks. I know all you guys felt that postseason vibe. That had the postseason feels. This was not your normal Major League Baseball regular season game. That was personal. The Dodgers had a statement to make, and we went in there, say what you want. Friday was Friday, first game back, but the Dodgers, they win the series. Now 14.5 games up in the division, 62 games, most wins in Major League Baseball. So most importantly, 17.5 up on the Giants. We'll take Will Smith. How about that? Jose Vega, that's your boy. Shin Stun, good win. To be honest, go Dodgers. Hey, it was a gutsy and gritty win by the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Boston Red Sox in that game 3 times for 3 innings, the 9th, the 10th, the 11th, the Red Sox had the winning run out in scoring position. So not only that, they had it bases loaded in the 11th. The Dodgers were all but done. The nail was in the casket was closed on that game, and the Dodger pitching stepped up. Kenley Jansen, like Tim Rogers said too, go on Dodgers Nation to look at the velocity guide. And it was a very promising thing to see Kenley Jansen. We saw it a few weeks ago when he was hitting 94 in the gun in Arizona, and he does it tonight again. So that velocity's there. He was striking out guys. And Kenley Jansen, he really stepped up big. But we're going to break down this whole game, but keep coming with these comments so I can read them off. Give me your takes on your boys in blue. My name is Doug McCain. By the way, you can find me at DMAC_LA. Man of the fans, give me your takes on your boys in blue. And we got Hamilton A, the only confidence Baez will get if he's DFA'd. I disagree with that. Pedro Baez has had a rough go of it just for the last couple of weeks, but Pedro Baez is really a guy you can count on, and a guy that for over a year now, hey, he's still hitting 96 on the gun. He's a guy that you want, and as you guys pointed out, he did strike out the side in that situation. Shin-Stun Seager is not right, though. Something is wrong. I mean, something is wrong in that he just has to rehab. Corey Seager is going to be fine. He was 0-10 in the series, but Corey Seager, look, if he taught us anything this year, is don't count him out. He's just like beginning of the year when he was returning from that hip surgery, the Tommy John. He came back to be one of the best players in all Major League Baseball. He was hitting like 382 when he went out. So Corey Seager is going to be just fine. And really, it's not an easy series to come back on. They batted him lead off. He's a guy who will swing at the first pitch quite frequently. So look, he's going to be fine. Clint mentioned Seager looked hesitant on Friday regarding his hammy thoughts. I agree with Clint. I mean, he's a guy that looks like he doesn't have complete confidence in that hammy. And really, it's nature. It's common nature for athletes to really it's a mental thing, a psychological thing to really overcome that. But we got Gregum. How is Taylor's wrist? Well, you saw Austin Barnes hit for Taylor late in that one. So I think that it could be something, it could be precautionary, but the fact that he didn't leave the game, I think, is very promising. AJ brought the fire with him. AJ Pollock, give AJ Pollock a lot of credit. He's been much maligned. He was really struggling in 28 games with the Dodgers, hitting just above 200. And really, if this is the AJ Pollock we're getting, and this is a guy that you just look at when they sent. He got that clean single. He got the RBI. He got that 326-foot home run. And unfortunately, I think they said it was the most shallow Dodger home run in 10 years. But hey, when you're playing in a Polly Pocket, stadium like Fenway Park, hey, we'll take what we can get. I love it. Cristina Hernandez Verdugo is amazeballs. I agree with you 100%. Alex Verdugo is amazeballs. 7 for his last 15. I personally believe with his contact rate, with his ability, I mean, that walk in that inning, I mean, he's looking to take a walk, and then he's looking to hit a home run, and then he's looking to get to slug. The poise and confidence of Alex Verdugo, I love watching the kid play. I wish he had a couple extra gears on that one where they sent him home on Benintendi. But hey, look, don't get down on Dino Ebel, because we know I'd rather play aggressive. I'd rather Ebel be aggressive in that situation, roll the dice, maybe you get an offline throw, and then you get the leading run that way. But, hey, look, he doesn't have that extra gear. But, hey, it's all good. You got to give him credit. Tip your hat. That was a nice throw by him. But here we go. We got put Real FRG in the Celebrity All-Star Game 2020. Look, put Real FRG in. I mean, hey, this is going to be the Los Angeles Fair. You're going to have, you're going to have the big guns. You're going to have the Will Smiths, maybe the LeBron James, maybe the Real FRGs. It's going to be a lot of stars. It's going to be crazy. But we got Ruben Moreno, 805, Santa Maria. Santa Maria! I don't think we got a Santa Maria tonight, did we? But I like it. Yeah. By the way, how do you guys feel about the mics on the balls, man? 4 hours of that was a little much. Those balls, I felt like I was watching a World War II documentary with all those explosions. But he had, Hyun-Jin Ryu now, coming in tonight, 10-2, 10 walks in 109 innings. And really, I mean, Hyun-Jin Ryu did the damn thing for the majority of the game. That first inning, he had some, that first innings, they put up some runs on him. But look, Hyun-Jin Ryu is a guy that is another example of he was locked in, he was focused, he does not get rattled at all whatsoever. And really, I think that you got to give Hyun-Jin Ryu a lot of credit. The Red Sox are atrocious at home. The Red Sox are now 22-23 at home. They're not trying to lose to the Los Angeles Dodgers. But, hey, give the bullpen the credit it deserves. They got it done. 6 Dodgers pitched after Hyun-Jin Ryu. And really, I think they salvaged some dignity from that bullpen. Back-to-back home runs by Martinez and the Red Sox. They got that. They tied up with that. But here we go. Jeffrey Hawkins, Baez, Verdal, Newsome. We have to shore up the bullpen. Absolutely. We have to nail down this bullpen. And I believe that's another example. The baseball gods, that's a warning. Tonight was a warning by the baseball gods. They know better than anyone, the Los Angeles Dodgers front office, Andrew Freeman and company. They know, Caston, we need a bullpen with superstar-ish, elite-type relievers that can help us out, because really, this team is not a championship bullpen. Plain and simple, there's no way to justify it if you don't add some elite arms. Anyone from a Giles to a Shane Green to a Will Smith to anyone you saw in the All-Star game, to a Felipe Vasquez. I really, truly believe that if you do have to part ways with some of those elite prospects, I know Keibert Ruiz is the guy, and I know that if you look at Will Smith's numbers when he's Keibert Ruiz's age, he was better, worse if not better. So really, I think it's tough, but you got to give some to get some. You got to give a little silver to get a lot of gold. And I really think that if it means parting ways with an elite prospect, you're going to have regrets if it's October and the bullpen's giving up games. So I really like it. I really like the Dodgers really exploring not your middling guys. Watson pitched well for us. Guys like Madsen, though. What happened with Madsen last year was a disaster, and we can't have that happen again. And I'm telling you, it's going to happen. I wouldn't be too worried about Dodgers. I think it's just not if, but when the Dodgers are going to make that move and pull the trigger. Tonight, though, did not help the Los Angeles Dodgers leverage, okay? Andrew Freeman and company, their leverage play has been reduced tonight because they're going to look at tonight as another example of the Dodger bullpen faltering when we need them most. But here we go. Mark Chung, Jess, thank you. We need the base hits. Victory, definitely. Kevin Matthew, need to add bullpen help big time and need to bring up Smith again. I'm with you on that. They definitely need to bring up Will Smith. He had that oblique injury. But Will Smith, I think his time is coming. His time is coming, and I think that everyone really needs to just – it has to come sooner than later. It has to come sooner than later because, look, at the end of the day, Austin Barnes is what he is. He's had his opportunities. He's had 2 seasons to really prove that he's a guy that can really catch at the major league level and produce. And I've heard guys like Ned Colletti out there saying that, hey, if you're the catcher, it's all about defense. It's all about the rapport with the staff, and anything that you give on a offensive standpoint is just icing on the cake, and I totally disagree. I truly believe that we cannot afford to just concede outs, and that's really the case. I mean, when you got guys like Kenta Maeda hitting better than Austin Barnes, it's an issue, okay? And really, Will Smith has proved that he's ready for the bigs. He went from slashing 233, 322, and 455 in 2018 to 291, 397, 609. And then in his brief stint with the Dodgers, hit 269, 3 home runs. And I really think that at some point you got to just rip off the Band-Aid, let Will Smith get his opportunity, and really sooner than later, to me, is what you have to consider. Because, look, if it is about the rapport, if the reason why Austin Barnes is the guy is because of his rapport, I mean, the sooner you bring in Will Smith, the more chemistry he builds. He's already 24 years old, and I really just think he's silenced all the doubts when it comes to his ability to provide slugging and provide power. So I really want to see him up there. I mean, if you look at this, Austin Barnes and Russell Martin combined 65 hits, 7 home runs, 24 RBIs. Will Smith combined with OKC and the Dodgers, 61 hits, 18 home runs, 47 RBIs. The numbers don't lie. I bring the facts to the fight, and really, it's about time that Will Smith, I mean, they got to do it. They got to make this happen. So here we go. Got some more updates. Get back to you guys. We're going to break down this game just a second here. Davey Lay, so far up top, he's a good catcher. Ryan Orion Mendez on his time is definitely coming. Do you think guys like Lux, May, or Ruiz get the call? I mean, Ruiz definitely not. I mean, he's not going to be ready for the bigs for quite some time, but Gavin Lux is the guy to keep an eye on. Gavin Lux is a guy that is fast tracking his way to the big leagues. This guy is hungry for the show. In 75 minor league games between AA and AAA this season, he's hitting 338, 396, and 570, OPS of 966, 15 home runs, and 48 RBIs. Gavin Lux is a superstar potential. Not I would say a superstar, but really an all-star potential. That's, to me, where he profiles. I mean, he's shown a lot of power. To him, it was about him, whether or not he was going to stay at shortstop, and it appears that he's going to find a home at second base, and I definitely would welcome Gavin Lux. I mean, if he comes up in the 40-man roster, it could be a situation like we saw with Corey Seager and Jimmy Rollins. But really, I think it's more to observe. Maybe he catches fire, but hey, you can never have too many guys, especially if you're producing. So if he's got it, and the cream's rising to the top, you got to do it. But Johnny Shun, what's uppany? Hey, what up, Johnny? Born in East L.A. Love that. Cheech and Chong, baby. Johnny Shun Sanchez. We got Shanky's. Need Will Smith in there. Johnny Shun Sanchez, Texo. We got Johnny Shun Sanchez, West L.A. We got here we go. We got Danny. For saying hello. We got Johnny from Commerce in the Binks. But really, let's break down this game a little bit right about now. Let's break down this game because really it was a long game. It was a game that really the Dodgers came in. They came into this game wanting to get that series win, and they did just that. And really, David Price, he comes in and he's a guy that coming in here, David Price, he really pitched well. If you look at David Price in the first innings, that's when he gives up his runs, and then after that, that's what it is. But here we go. Got your comments back. Here we go. Ruben Moreno, 805, Santa Maria. We got Carlos Rancho Cucamonga from the IE, Sophie Tep. Remember, Dodgers traded Alvarez to the Astros for Josh Fields. Look, you're not going to win every trade, okay? And really, in most scenarios, yes, you want to keep that. You don't want to cash in on all those chips, but some of these positions that the Dodgers have, you have to understand they're log-jammed. And really, that is the idea. That is why you have such a robust farm system, is because when you get close, when you have a team that's on pace to win 105 games and a team that can taste a World Series championship, you got to do what you have to do in those situations, and you got to roll the dice. And I think that you got to part ways with some elite prospects, but not necessarily. I'm also open to the idea of trading Jock Peterson. If Jock Peterson has to go, I think, last year you have no Corey Seager, no Alex Verdugo. Manny Machado comes in. Now we have those left-handed bats, and Jock Peterson, he's a guy that has value, and he's a former All-Star. He's got an 848 OPS in 2018 and 2019 combined, and really he's a guy that a lot of teams will take a flyer on, and if you can trade Jock Peterson without having to mortgage the future on some of these elite prospects. My biggest fear is trading one of these elite prospects to the San Francisco Giants and have to go against them and face them for years and have them dominate. So really, I would be okay. I know it'd be tough. I mean, he's one of our guys, no doubt about it, but really, I think he'd be more valuable for other teams than he is for the Dodgers right now. I mean, they tried him at first, and it's clear that was an experiment to see, hey, how can we get him time when everyone's back? So he had a great home run derby, put on a show. Never going to forget that. But he's a guy that could be moved and you get value for. Combine him with a DJ Peters or someone like that, and then you don't have to use those untouchables. Because trust me, I don't want to mess with those crown jewels just as much as the next guy. Only reason why I would consider Ruiz is because, one, we got Will Smith at 24 ready to roll and ready to supplant Austin Barnes. And then you got Cartea, who they say could be potentially better than all of them. So really, you're not going to win every trade. But here we go. Fan Didi forever. Jock's so good in the postseason. I mean, Jock Peterson, he's hit some home. He had a great 2017. He had a great 2017 against the Astros. But that's a guy who was left off earlier in that postseason, and he's a guy that, I mean, if you really look at the numbers, last year, I mean, Jock Peterson. What did Jock Peterson? In his entire career, all LCS combined, he's slashing 205, 262, and 256. His World Series career, 2017 and 2018, he's slashing 233, 281, and 700. So, yes, he can provide pop, but like I said, we have other lefties that can get it done. What we saw with A.J. Pollock today, I like Peterson. Keep him. I mean, look, you got to give some to get some. I mean, I'm just saying. But here we go. Trading Jock will be like trading Beltre. I mean, I don't think Jock's going to be headed for Cooperstown. I really don't think that. But look, I'm just saying, what would you rather do? I mean, I'm just saying that it's something that I would explore if you're getting someone who's lights out, someone who's elite, someone of a Vasquez level, or someone maybe for Boyd if you're going to go the starting pitcher route. A lot of people were talking about possibly getting Boyd as a starter. I know that was the rumor this last week. I mean, and if you look at Boyd, the Rich Hill's going to be coming back, and he's going to be touching a baseball for the first time. But look, Rich Hill's a guy. He's a little long in the tooth. He's 39, and really, if you can get another guy in there with Boyd, I just really like the fact that Boyd, he's just really increased that strikeout rate. He's looking at 11.9 Ks per 9, and he's lowered his walk rate to 1.6 walks per 9. So, hey, I would definitely explore the idea of Boyd. Maybe give us Boyd and Green, give us a starter, give us a reliever, because tonight was more evident that this just isn't a championship bullpen, and that's what it is. But here we go. Let's see what else I got for you guys tonight. I mean, yeah, Alex Verdugo, I'm a huge fan. If you saw that throw by Alex Verdugo, frozen rope, 231 feet, 97 miles per hour. Reminded me of the one earlier, I think, early in May where against Tampa Bay. So Alex Verdugo, he really, to me, has established himself as an everyday outfielder, a guy that really ultimately should be leading things off. I really want to see him setting the table for this Dodger club at some point. But here we go. We got Johnny Shun, you owe money. We got shooter. Lux is untouchable. I agree 100%. I would not touch Lux. Eddie Harrison, Baez, really. Jansen and Kelly stepping up. Go Dodgers. J.J. Pearl, 76. We need to do something about the bullpen. Absolutely, J.J. Pearl. That really is priority number one, is really finding a way to do whatever we can to really get this bullpen in line. The bullpen has just had its issues. And look, it's going to get better regardless, because you're going to have starters. Kenta Maeda will go to the bullpen. Ross Stripling will go to the bullpen. But really, I think you need guys that can miss bats. I think you need those Joe Kelly types, those Julio Urias types. And I think that one more arm could really, really go a long way, because Kenley Jansen showed me something tonight. Kenley Jansen came in tonight, and he was really, really nails when it counted. It seemed like it was going to be a Kenley letdown. I was ready to just hear it from you guys about, anti-Kenley slander. And I haven't been the biggest fan of, not of Kenley, but just thinking that, look, we need someone other than Kenley who could probably close. Look, if it's Urias, if it's Joe Kelly, I get that, but another guy could definitely take us there if we need him. But yeah, but look at the pitching staff tonight. I mean, Ryu, he did his thing. Hyun-Jin Ryu, if you look at it, he pitched seven complete innings, 8 hits, 2 earned runs, 6 strikeouts, and then Baez, he was the one he dropped the ball. He took the baton, didn't get it done. 1 inning, 2 hits, 2 earned runs. But look at Kenley Jansen, an inning and 2/3, 3 strikeouts, 28 pitches, so give him all the credit in the world. Mike Munoz, go Dodgers, just got back from Boston. Harvard. Nice. Yeah, what do you think about Boston? He's taking the chowder. Yeah, hey, Boston, hey, man, give Dodgers Nation all the credits. I think at this point, guys, with the way we're running things with these visiting parks, I think that we need to have Dodger fan giveaways at opposing stadiums. What do you think? We'll do bobbleheads, but in the road uniforms, something like that, because Dodgers Nation really deserves a lot of credit for representing hard out there at Fenway Park. I'm telling you, there was a lot of Red Sox fans there for a Dodgers away game. You guys repped hard. Nicely done. We got Illuminati 23. Kenley needs innings managed. I agree. You put Kenley in situations where he has a clean inning, where he has time off, and you're not working him to the bone, and then you really get the most out of Kenley Jansen. Because look, hey, if you look at it last year, or when he gave up the home run to Marwin Gonzalez in 2017, that was on a 94-mile-per-hour cutter. So even if you want to talk about the decline in velocity, it's really placement with him, and it's a command. So trust me, I want to roll with Kenley Jansen. There's nothing I would like to see more. There's nothing I would rather see than Kenley Jansen getting the final out for this Dodger team in the World Series. But we got Lemex 1830, Pantone 24 was out there. They were representing big time. Shout out to them as always. They're really one of the best, if not, they are the best fan group of any Major League Baseball. You got to love that. Dodger UK, Dodger Stadium East was rocking. Dodger Stadium East was absolutely rocking. We're going to call it that and really give it up for the Dodgers. First time the Red Sox have dropped an interleague series, and really the Dodgers are a team that really is a team that has fared well in interleague play. The Dodgers in interleague play the Dodgers have not had a losing record in interleague play since 2002. That is how much success your boys in blue have had in interleague play. And now they're 3-4 with 13 games to play. So with 13 games to play against AL teams, of course, we got the pinstripes coming to Dodger Stadium. So the Dodgers are a team that has really fared well in interleague play. And the Red Sox, look, that is a wrap. We crossed that bridge. We really exercised a demon tonight with beating the Red Sox, and that was really a pretty sight. I know it wasn't the prettiest way to do it. It could have been easier. We didn't have to exhaust our bullpen to that extent. But look, a win is a win. Like I said, winning is hard, losing is easy when it comes to Major League Baseball, and that's going to be it for the Boston Red Sox. I know that Joey Cora, what do you guys think? Who do you guys have coming out there for the American League? Who do you guys think is going to be representing the American League? I personally think it's going to be the New York Yankees. I think it's going to be the Yankees. Unless the Astros can get very healthy, I think Houston has a shot, but I don't think we're going to see these Boston Red Sox again. I know Cora thought that he said that we'll see you guys in October, but I personally don't think we're going to have a rematch with these Boston Red Sox. And if we did with home field, I think the Dodgers would cruise. I think as a team, the Dodgers could really, really, really beat and have a good chance again. Also, just history tells you haven't had a repeat champ since the Yankees won their 3rd straight in 2000. So this is the longest stretch we've had without back-to-back champions. Only 2 teams have won consecutive titles in 40 years, the Yankees and the Blue Jays. So, look, I don't think we're going to see the Red Sox again. And I think that it's really going to be about the Yankees and going to be about the Astros. J.J. Pearl, you think Houston, Tina G-Man, Gavin Lux is a shortstop, but they have Seager at the position. Does he play any other positions? I think they really have it earmarked for him to play second base. And really, that's a position where the Dodgers have not gotten very much success with. Max Muncy is a great defender. He's shown that he can play second base, but he can also play first, also play third, and he's a guy that you're going to see in there. So we got Kevin Kirsch and Kenley. We got Scooter Fish or the Astros. Eddie Harrison, Dodgers versus Yankees. I'm with you, Eddie. I think it's going to be Dodgers, pinstripes. They've already played 11 times, 11 matchups between the Dodgers and the Yankees. Dodgers beat them back in 1981, last time they faced. So I think the Dodgers and the Yankees are going to be one that we're probably going to see. Michael Martin, predict 2019 World Series, Dodgers, Yankees. More Dodgers than Yankees here. Dodgers will finally win the World Series this time. I love it, Michael. Nola Frito, I still think the Astros come out of the AL. Hey, by the way, none of you guys are saying none of you guys are talking about the Minnesota Twins, I guess, right? I guess no one's respecting the Twins. Indians are climbing back up. By the way, looks like Brad Hand is going to be not on the table. But Carlos Borges, Twins will fade. Eddie Harrison cannot stand Springer, Altuve, Bregman, Correa. Trust me, I'm a little bit of a masochist. I have no idea why, but I rewatched that entire series back in a couple days ago on YouTube. I just wanted to I don't know. If something, we're not going to revisit that. I mean, tonight almost opened up last year's wound if we lost, but I'm going to celebrate tonight's win for the Dodgers. But really, the Dodgers really needed a strong series against a team that has elite talent because last night, before tonight, that was the Dodgers' first win in Fenway. Last night was the Dodgers' first win at Fenway Park since June 12th of 2004. So the Dodgers, they crushed them 11-5. Back then the Dodgers won 14-5. Jeff Weaver was the starter. Encarnacion, Jason Worth hit a home run. It's fun to read those box scores of your Dodgers in the past. But by the way, guys, if you have not gone to Dodgers Nation to check out our new merchandise, we got the Dodgers Nation. The Dodgers T-shirt game is very competitive. Dodgers Nation has the best quality T-shirts, soft fabric. This one, I love this one, legendary with the 42. I saw our boy Eric Vasquez rocking it on Instagram. I was like, bro, I got that fresh tee. I got to rock it. But go in there. You got a new Bellinger one. All the Dodgers Nation gear is awesome. The ladies got leggings. I'm telling you, our merch game is on point. Go stock up because you're going to want it. I'm telling you. Michelle Carter, Dodgers. Madeline Cath. B. Henna, I know, right? Floro got the win, didn't he? Yes, Dylan Floro did get the win. Give him credit. And yeah, let's break down this game a little bit. So first inning, CT3, he takes a walk. Turner, one-handed backhand by Bogarts, and he can't make that stop. But here, what's it here? But yeah, I mean, give Floro credit. He came in, he did his thing, and he's a guy that needs to get his confidence back because really it was setting up for a situation where his confidence was going to be shot if you put him in. I mean, his ERA over 10 last 15 games. He's really struggled of late, but look, he still hits 95. He still has a really dynamic repertoire of pitches, and he's a guy that we really can't count out, and someone that we really should keep rolling with him. So, but here we go. But yeah, give Hyun-Jin Ryu too. Hyun-Jin Ryu, this guy retired 12 straight. So Ryu retired 12 straight, and he was a guy. He was calm. He only walked 10 batters all year, and he walked. He had a walk tonight. JD Martinez, he hit that home run off of Baez, but the Dodgers still get it done. 62nd win of the year. And, hey, it's all smooth sailing into Philly. The Dodgers really need to get it done. The bullpen, we need relievers. But what a crazy day to have Federer and Djokovic, that marathon, followed by tonight. I'm glad it wasn't 18. But, hey, the Dodgers, Ross Cup came in, 4 straight balls. And Jackie Bradley Jr., by the way, base running error. Jimmy comes in against Marco Hernandez in the 10th. And really, he gets it all started. Really, the game was all down to Kenley Jansen. So Kenley Jansen, he gets the K, and that was his third hardest cutter out of 461. So third hardest cutter at 94.6. So I don't know. That to me is one of the take-home points. It's it's AJ Pollock, it's Alex Verdugo, it's Justin Turner, who I think Justin Turner is going to have a big, big second half. I think Justin Turner, that I gave you Walker Buehler for my player of the month for June. Walker Buehler gave you 16 Ks, okay? And I think that the Ginger Jesus, I think that the Red Dream is going to really dominate the second half because that is what his track record is. After going 0 for 4 on Friday, Turner had 3 hits, 2 doubles. Tomorrow on Saturday, tonight, Justin Turner, he was 2 for 6. So Justin Turner really, if you look at it, Turner has a 916 OPS, which is 7th among all players with a minimum of 1,000 plate appearances from 2014 to 2018 after the All-Star game. So look for Justin Turner to ball out the Red Dream. That's when he saves his best. He really comes alive after the All-Star break. In 2018, last year, Turner was second to only Christian Yelich with a 1.066 OPS. And his second half overall batting line, he was slashing 356, 447, and 619. So heading into this series, I want to see, is Justin Turner going to be that second half Justin Turner? And it appears that is what we're going to get. I'm telling you, Justin Turner is ready to roll. He had that single late in the game that could have really been the deciding factor, but they airmail it, and give the Dodgers credit. They really gutted this one out. Dodgers get the win, 62nd win of the season, most wins in Major League Baseball. But Justin Turner too. It's not like he was struggling in the first half. 294 he's hitting 294, 375, 446. That's what he's slashing in 333 plate appearances. So I think we want to see him hit with more power. Because before May, not a lot of power. Since then, 11 home runs and 15 doubles up through today. So here we go. Back to you guys. We got Madeline Kath. I agree with you. Chet Crow, love. GG from Cal. What up, GG from Cal? We definitely need relievers. They get me nervous. I'm telling you, man. They get me nervous too. They put me in a bad spot. The relievers. But, hey, that's baseball for you, right? The Dodgers work their relievers less than any team in Major League Baseball. The Dodgers put their starters out there longer than any team in Major League Baseball, and you know the Dodgers know that. They understand that really that's the missing piece. That is the finishing touch, and it's really what's necessary to get the Dodgers over the hump because we want to get that first World Series since 1988. Who's your guys' dream bullpen? Who's your guys' dream bullpen additions? And what closer do you want to see? Who do you guys want to see? Let me know in the comments right here. Cesar Benitez, we took the dubs, but we took the dub, boys. Exactly, Cesar. We took the dub. It's all that matters. At the end of the day, situations like this, high leverage, and you really just got to point out the positives. 6 Dodger relievers, and Hyun-Jin Ryu, he goes out there and he locks it down. After that early inning, I mean, runners in scoring position were one of their last 33 against Hyun-Jin Ryu with 2 outs, and they get some hits there. Got to give it to them. They're playing at Fenway, but here we go. And also, this is a big time. The Dodgers, they're on their first of really. It's about these East Coast trips. You got a tough stretch, and they're going to Philly, so. They went to Tampa Bay for that 2-day visit, but the Dodgers really have a tough stretch going to Philly. And after they get through this and they still preserve that lead, 14.5 game lead in the National League West, I mean, that is cruise mode for your Los Angeles Dodgers. But here we go. Santiago Venegas. We need to get rid of Ross Cub. Look, I mean, I think Ross Cub, of course, they'll cut the cord on him at some point once they bring in a new guy. Because, trust me, the thing that you don't have to worry about is the Dodgers are making moves, okay? Andrew Friedman, 40 moves in his last 2 years with the Los Angeles Dodgers. So, Steve Crothers, 2 for 6. That's 333. I will take it. Michelle Carter, look for Bellinger to ball out too. I mean, Cody Bellinger is really just a constant. I mean, Cody Bellinger, I don't know if you guys saw him after he popped out, he kind of yelled an expletive. I'm like, trust me, that's Dodgers Nation right there if we drop that one. But, yeah, Cody Bellinger, he's a guy that's showing no signs of slowing down. Cody Bellinger, the records that he's putting up, he's really going to solidify himself as an all-time great Dodger one of these days. I mean, he's a guy that you might see up there with the great Dodgers of all time, the Duke Snyders, the Wells, the Gil Hodges, the great Dodgers of all time, because he's accomplished so much in such an early part of his career, and he's the new Dodgers under 24 home run king. Cody Bellinger, he's hitting 3-0. By the way, Cody Bellinger, he's hitting 307 in his career in 45 interleague games. And really, my favorite thing about Cody Bellinger, he makes adjustments. He has really no cold zone. You may have seen the way he changes bat. First year, 2017, he's keeping it flat. Then he raised it last year, and last year he struggled. And then this year he goes back to basics. You saw the positioning of that bat, and it's just been a Cody Bellinger that, to me, is a lock, a shoo-in. I know Christian Yelich is having a great season, but if it's close, you go with the wins. You go with the Dodgers record, and there's no question in my mind that Cody Bellinger is the guy. I mean, just look at it. Against lefties this year, Cody Bellinger is hitting .330. Okay, and we're talking against lefties. Last year, Cody Bellinger against lefties, he's hitting .226. His rookie season, he hit .271. So this Cody Bellinger is nothing short of phenomenal. And really, there's so many differences. I mean, he stands right up on that plate with so much confidence. And look at his swing percentage. Look at that K percentage. 2017, 27% of the time, that's the K rate. Contact percentage, 68%. 2018, down to 24% K percentage, and that contact rate, 70%. 2019, 15% is his K percentage, and his contact percentage was 77. So his K percentage down to 15%. And Cody Bellinger, from April 25th, 2017 through July 12th, 2019, Cody's 94 home runs are 18 more than Adrian Beltre, who hit 76 out of the park in 652 games between 1998 and 2002. So I'm telling you, but Cody Bellinger, this guy has the chance to be an all-time Dodger great one day. He's going to win the first position player MVP since Kirk Gibson in 1998, in my opinion. So, I mean, I just love what he does against lefties. 11 of his 31 home runs are against lefties. That's, I mean, unbelievable. First in all the bigs. And he's also pushing for 400 total bases. He's really pushing for 400 total bases. He's on pace for 389 right now. So, yeah, I could talk about Cody Bellinger all day, every day. So, I mean, he's really unbelievable. From 21 to 23, he's hit 94 home runs in 389 games. I mean, this kid's unbelievable. But D. Macy 07, Felipe Vasquez. I love Felipe Vasquez. I'm with you. 59. He's in save opportunities. Vasquez is 59 of 69 over the last 3 seasons. And really this season, in a limited sample size, left-handers, though, they're having success against Vasquez. So Felipe Vasquez, one of the only concerns really would be that lefties are faring well against him. They're hitting .280, but over the last 3 seasons combined, they're hitting just .185. So that's really probably an aberration, a little blip there. But I'm with you, too. Felipe Vasquez, if they can somehow get him without giving up the farm, I would definitely have him number one, especially when you consider he's a guy that has gas, a guy that misses bats, and a guy that can close out a game if you need him to. And also, that contract is such a favorable contract for the next couple years. But David L. Ryu should be 15-2. I agree. I mean, look, this day and age, DeGrom won the Cy Young last year. He didn't have like 15 wins, okay? It's really not about the wins and losses this year when it comes to evaluating pitchers, so I wouldn't be too caught up in wins and losses. Gilbert Grapes won. The boys are nasty. All right, I love it. Need relievers for the 5 through 8 innings. Ricky Carter, keep it blue in St. Louis. What up, Ricky Carter? Blake, we should have gone all out for Kimbrel. I don't think so. I mean, personally, I don't think that Kimbrel was the guy. I mean, the one positive of Kimbrel over some of the guys we've mentioned so far is that you could just straight up add him on. But the Dodgers, I think they're about $9 million from the luxury tax, and really, if you bring in Kimbrel, that's going to take that over. And also, he's a guy, he's trying to make a run for Cooperstown, and you do that with saves. And Kenley Jansen, of course, going to get the saves. But this year, in 2019, Kimbrel, his ERA, 9.64. So he has a 9.64 ERA in 5 games, 3 saves, 4. And so, I mean, look, I mean, that's what it is. Kimbrel, I know that those will definitely balance out, but J-Lo for MVP. I like it. Hey, man, hey, J-Lo, I'm a fan of Jennifer Lopez. She was out there on the Green Monster. I haven't seen her that close to a monster since Anaconda, right? But J-Lo, she was up there doing her thing. Cesar Benitez, we should not trade Joc. Hey, Cesar, look, if Joc Peterson comes around and the only thing is with Joc, though, is where does he play? If everyone is playing like they're playing right now, where does Joc Peterson fit in? And also, are you able to get value with him without having to get up any relievers? So we got PYKS. Who do you expect we get rid of in the bullpen, Garcia or Roscup? I'd probably go with Roscup over Garcia. He just does not look confident out there. Yimi Garcia, he's a guy who at least from a velocity standpoint can give you 95, but really, hey, I mean, it's not always about that, but I would rather have, if you give me Garcia in that situation. Zed James, retire Hodges. Hey, I'm with you. He definitely deserves to get his number, to get all the accolades. Absolutely. We got here we go. 1 second here, guys. My bad. I'm just getting off a cold, a little sore throat here. Let me get a little water. But yeah, big game tonight. I know you enjoyed it. I know these Dodgers love to make it interesting. And really, you just got to applaud the effort. The Dodgers, they go to Philly knowing they got that dub. But here we go. MRK Jansen had plenty of rest. That's why he was throwing hard. And we mentioned it earlier. If you look at his splits, if you look at Kenley Jansen, and the numbers will tell you that he's a different pitcher with rest and without. I think the key to Jansen to optimize him is to really give him clean innings. Don't expect too much for him, and give him as much rest as possible. I'm with you. Steve Crothers, Bellinger has better stats than Mike Trout did in his first 2.5 years. I mean, look, Mike Trout, if you look at it, I mean, Mike Trout is absolutely unbelievable. Mike Trout is a guy that the last 7 years, I mean, you can't mess with Mike Trout. You're not going to find me on the Cody Bellinger is better than Mike Trout right now. Yes, the first 2 years, if you look at it, but first 2 years, Mike Trout was 19, okay? Mike Trout was 19. Mike Trout was 20 years old in his first couple years up in the big leagues, up in the show. But really, Mike Trout, he's a guy. I mean, look at those OPS numbers, over 1,000 last 3 years. Mike Trout, by the way, what a great story the other day with the Angels. That is a 30 for 30 in the making. If you don't believe in the baseball gods, I don't know what to tell you, because that was special. That gave me goosebumps. But Steve Crothers, 1988, LOL. I don't know what you're laughing at, because 1988 gave the Dodgers the #1 moment in the history of the World Series. Yep, Cody's WAR is 6.7. Yeah, Cody Bellinger, I mean, look, he's raking. I mean, Cody Bellinger, this series, let's see here. I mean, this series, I mean, and tonight, really, he did his thing. Got the home run last night. But, 1 second, let me get back to your comments. Cody's WAR, we got Noah Lafredo. Any way that Cody doesn't win MVP this season. Really, the only way I can see Cody Bellinger not winning the MVP is if Christian Yelich and the Brewers somehow really up their win total to a point. I mean, they're in a position where they might not even win the Central. So as great of a season as he's having, I think that you got to give it to the player with the team that's going to run away with their division. I mean, 14.5 game lead. And Cody Bellinger, I think, is a guy, it's really a no-brainer. I mean, he's hitting .334, OPS of 118. Last seven, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. He's hitting 200, 4 strikeouts, but 2 home runs. So the home runs are still there. And I think Cody Bellinger is a guy that right now you got to roll with as the odds-on favorite. Santiago Venegas, LOL was about to say that. Steve Crothers. Steve Crothers, Nola depends on how he does in the second half. Carlos Quintero, have you talked about Baez? I mean, we did talk all about Pedro Baez. And really, Pedro Baez, yes, he struggled. Pedro Baez did not have his best night. And you give up back-to-back home runs. I mean, 5 runs in his last 2 outings. And, hey, I don't know who you guys are going to blame there. Do you want to blame Dave Roberts in that situation or Pedro Baez for throwing fastballs right down the middle of the plate? You know, they're sitting dead red on fastballs on the 0-2 count down the middle, and you really just have to mentally rework that, Pedro Baez. You got to put yourself in a position to have success. You've shown us this year that you can be a dependable asset for the bullpen, but unfortunately tonight was not Pedro Baez's night, but give the rest of the bullpen a lot of credit. Joe Kelly, 40th strikeout of the year on his 33rd inning pitch. But, I mean, look at on the year, Pedro Baez, you'd rather have, I mean, you guys were screaming for Pedro Baez to be the closer at one point earlier this year. This year he's got a 3.67 ERA in 43 games, 41 innings pitched, 36 strikeouts, and last 7, though, 8.53 ERA. He needs to get back on track. But here we go. Tina G-Men, they will want a couple of our top prospects. I kind of fancy myself as an idea guy myself. Oh, here we go. My dream. Put Kershaw in our bullpen for the postseason. Maybe Martin in the bullpen, too. I love it. Yeah. Russell Martin, baby. LOL, Kershaw chokes as starting in postseason. We have good pitching, but postseason, change things around with pitchers, unexpected by other teams. Look, it's complicated when you talk about Clayton Kershaw's legacy and his postseason woes. Look, I mean, what if he started Game 7? I mean, this dude pitched 4 scoreless innings in Game 7 in relief of Yu Darvish. But look, yes, Game 5, I mean, he had the lead twice, gave it up. But, yes, I mean, Minute Maid Park, that stadium is almost as ridiculous as other ones. But, I mean, putting him in the bullpen, that's not going to happen. It's an interesting idea. I've talked about the fact that Clayton Kershaw, being who he is, he's going to get the ball. He's going to be a part of that top 3-4 rotation in the postseason. That's just how it's going to be, and hopefully he gets his moment. Remember David Price? David Price had been like 0-11 in postseason games. Last year, he gets his moment. So, and Kershaw has had some good games in the postseason. The Nationals, the Braves. I mean, he's really had the Game 1 of the 2017 World Series. So it's not like he's been a bust completely, but you just magnify the bad times in that situation. But Gilbert Grapes, key for Dodgers at bats this year, discipline, getting ahead in the count. Look, I was saying earlier, the Dodgers it was really nice of the Dodgers to give all the Dodger fans out there some souvenirs. The Dodgers fouled off 61 pitches tonight. And if that is not a reflection of RVS and Robert Van Scoyoc and the hitting coaches and the Dodgers strategy, when the Dodgers are struggling offensively, and look, they didn't hit very well. They went on a huge drought after that single by Pollock. But look, exactly, it was about play discipline. They grinded them and grinded them and grinded them. And tonight, it shows once again, and that's what this team, that's why I'm optimistic about this offense, and I'm not as focused on adding a bat because of the approach this year. And the numbers don't lie. 61 foul-offs on 261 total pitches tonight. Wore down the bullpen, and that's what the Dodgers do. But Angela 4-5, we should give Kenley load management. Interesting. I love that. Load management. You're using an NBA term, Kawhi Leonard, right? So, hey, I like that. Kenley Jansen load management. I think they have to be sensitive to him too because, look, Kenley Jansen has a lot of pride. He's a guy that wants to go in there, throw the pitch that got him there like he likes to say, and I'm with you. You put him in situations. Don't put him in spots where he's going to fail. We got Verdell Newsome. Hitters are not swinging at the same. He's from Jansen. He's why his pitch count is higher. I think so too. I think the book is out. The approach is different. But look, if he's throwing 94, if he's hitting his spots, and that cutter is cutting, Oh, I said 1998 for Gibson. My bad. 19. I wish it was 1998, man. That's me just pointing out the fact that, hey, man, I wish we had that moment was not as far away as it really was, but 1988, 1998, that could have been, that could have, if it wasn't for the trade, could have been Mike Piazza's MVP or something like that. But look, Verdell, Newsome, Trout is the man, but Bellinger had what it takes to be an MVP candidate year in and year out. I'm with you, Verdell. Newsome, that Cody Bellinger is really has stepped up for this team. One of the moments I love with him was his home run off Lopez a few weeks ago before the break, where he gets that walk-off, that moonshot. That shows me the leader he is, because Joe Lopez was trying to puff his chest against Jock Peterson, trying to puff his chest, and then Cody Bellinger did the same thing back. So he showed me a lot there. Mark Chung, Trout is on the downhill. Great guy, goodbye. I disagree with that. I think that, especially if you look at that contract he signed, I think that Trout's going to be here for a long time. This guy's swing is pretty much, slump-proof as far as down season. So I think you're going to see a lot more of Mike Trout. Alaskan Bullworm, time to get rid of Kike and Barnes. I mean, I think they are what they are. I'm telling you, if they convince themselves that they're going to stick with Austin Barnes and that Austin Barnes is a major league catcher, he's just not that. We went into the numbers earlier, and he just doesn't profile that way. They have to be honest with themselves. It's the catcher and the lie. The catcher and the right is the catcher and the lie, if they think that he's going to be a catcher for this team that's going to win a World Series. But Gilbert Graves, Joe Kelly on the way up. Yeah, Joe Kelly is on the way up. We got Steve Crothers. Trout is on the downhill. He leads the AL in WAR, home runs, RBI, walks, OPS. Trust me, Steve, I was just reading a comment. I was not saying that he is on the downhill. I would not say that. Mark Chung, baseball was so different then, but yes, they are legends, so okay. But there was also been so much since then. Love Mantle's book. I read that as a kid and loved hearing his stories. Yeah, it's a great book. I think my favorite is The Boys of Summer by Kahn. You got the Babe Ruth biography. I mean, that one's really good. Adrian Looks, L.A. versus New York Yankees in the 29 World Team, 2019 World Series. Mark your calendars. Tina G-Man, he's had a setback, so he won't be back anytime soon. Madeline Cath, I totally agree with you, Doug, on Clayton Kershaw. I'm telling you, I think that's the case there. Gilbert Graves, Dodgers really work Price out by the fifth. Exactly. That was the key of the game. I mean, by the fifth inning, if you look at it, they were really they were grinding him out. I mean, they had Price up to 87 pitches. Yesterday in the fifth, they had Chris Sale up to 72 through 4. So that was the approach. They were spoiling pitches. They were wasting away pitches, foul ball after foul ball, and that was really what the approach right there. And the Dodgers, they got it done. So, one second here, guys. Here we go. Keep Hernandez. I think Kike Hernandez, 14 home runs. He can provide some pop. He's a guy, though, that that big swing. I think he's a guy that really is a guy you can platoon at times. He's a bench player. His defense is nice, but I don't think he's a guy that you're going to see having a very prominent role come October. I think they're going to reduce his role, especially when everyone gets back. We got Christian Hernandez alone. Leave Hernandez alone. By the way, I love his bobblehead. By the way, his bobblehead was great. I love how they put the pine tar on the helmet. Anyway, David Lee. Anyway, Ryu doesn't win the Cy Young. I think that Hyun-Jin Ryu has to really win the Cy Young. I don't think that there's any if this season Scherzer. I think Scherzer's missing a start. But yeah, Hyun-Jin Ryu, I love Hyun-Jin Ryu. I think he's going to win the Cy Young, and I think that Cody Bellinger is going to win MVP. I mean, if you look at it, he's tied for second in wins with 10. Didn't get the win today, but he pitched 7 strong tonight. ERA, he's first at 1.73. First in WHIP at .91. His strikeout to walks, he's first at 9.9. Also, opponent's OPS, 582. Gave you his clutch numbers earlier. And really, it's just amazing. I mean, he keeps batters on the heels. You don't know what pitch is coming. If you look at his usage 31% on the four seam, 26% on the changeup, 19 on the cutter, two seam. He's throwing it for 12, and the curveball at 12. So I think that Hyun-Jin Ryu is definitely going to win the Cy Young. But, yeah, guys, was a good one today. The Dodgers, they get the win. They come back. Or they don't come back, but they blow the lead at 4. They come back. They hand the Boston Red Sox their first interleague series loss since 2014 against the Cubs. 62nd win of the year. 14.5 lead. By the way, go follow me on Twitter at DMAC_LA. Go to Dodgers Nation. All the greatest Dodgers content is right there. Let's get a couple more of your questions in here, guys. But thanks for rocking with us. As always, love getting your guys' takes and comments on your boys in blue, as always. But here we go. Do I think Doc came out of the break with the right rotation? I mean, with Ryu being involved in the All-Star game and Kershaw and Buehler being involved in the All-Star game, his hands were tied a little bit, so I think it's just fine. Madeline, I adore Ryu, fellow Korean supporter here. Hey, I love Ryu. Trust me. Give me the Korean monster over the green monster any day. I love his poise. I'm the biggest fan of here. Gilbert, Doug, tell him about hashtag code red. All right, hashtag code red. David Law, 310, thanks for the reply. Ricky Carter, Joe Kelly, Gilbert, hashtag Mayday, the code red, I like it. Lamex 1830, all those awards mean nothing if they don't get the World Series trophy. I don't believe that. I mean, I think that really when you look at legacies concerned, I think these awards are big, but the ultimate prize is we all want to raise the Commissioner's Trophy at the end, and we want the Dodgers to end that World Series drought at 32 years. Gilbert Grapes won, let the kids play. But that's going to do it for tonight's Dodgers Nation post-game show. Like I said, every Tuesday, every Sunday, all your Dodger takes, we read them out right after the game. But thanks again, guys. Enjoy the rest of your night, and go Dodgers.